What is up, YouTube? Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back. So we are coming into like 9-10 weeks on prep. I had my check-in this morning, so Kate just wanted to see me every other day this week, so that has been fun. So checked in this morning and I'm down 0.5 since Thursday. Today is Saturday, so down 0.5 in 2 days is decent enough, but trust me, I am feeling it. So over the last kind of few weeks, we decided that we wanted to push a little bit more. Well, I decided that I wanted to push a little bit more. So I'm going on holidays in 19 days. So I said, you know what, like let's push until then, and then if like we're in a position to taper back, we can taper back. My arm is literally going dead. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. So cardio at the moment is at 500 calories daily. Steps are at 10k. What I like to do is I bang out my cardio first thing in the morning, so that's already ticked off. It's 12:30. I've just finished a big chunky block of work. So I'm now having my second meal, which is my pre-workout meal, which is 80 grams of cream of rice. Trained by JP is literally the only cream of rice that I like to use. 30 grams of whey and 30 grams of nut butter. So I'm just about to have that before I go and train my last session for the week, which is legs and push. No glute work. So that'll be a nice little bit of a break on the poor glutes, which are getting hammered, and a nice little touch up then on delts, which will be really nice. So yeah, I already have cardio is done. I have over 3,000 steps in, so I'm in a pretty good position for the rest of the day. So what I'll do is I'm going to eat this, get changed, go to the gym. I'll walk on the treadmill for maybe like 10-15 minutes. That'll get me a good more chunk of steps. The same then post-workout, I'll try to do a little bit after, depending on the time, because I've calls after I train. So we'll see how we're going time-wise, but that's how I like to break up the day, so that I'm not kind of like trying to get 10k steps in all like in one, because tried to do that last year on prep and it honestly just drained my soul. So I am gonna eat this, I'm gonna get my ass to the gym, and I will bring you guys along. What's poppin'? It is a new day. It is the 1st of September. I was up already. It's 9:30 now. I'm just after coming off a posing call with one of my posing clients. She's 21 days out from her show, so really excited to see her on stage. Honestly, posing just gives me life. I love it. I love how you can like manipulate the body into like different ways to make your physique look completely different. So I've already completed my morning routine, which is, I'll actually show you now. So every morning, first thing I do, I read a few pages of this. This is actually a new thing for me, to be honest. I never really had, like I had a set morning routine, but never so much like working on my mindset, things like that. So I'm actually really enjoying this book, and I think once I'm finished it, because I'm like halfway through it now, I think I'll actually reread it. Then I go, now you'll have to excuse the absolute state of this. If you know, I have a pet bunny and he destroys everything. So this is my 5-minute journal. So basically, I'll show you the inside of it. So it goes through, it has like a place like what I'm grateful for, what would make today great, and then a daily affirmation. So I fill that out in the morning. Then I go in and I fill out my journal. So I have been on a roll. I've actually been doing quite well with filling out my journal every single day, and it definitely helps just to set my mind up. I do this before I even look at my phone, and then I get straight onto the bike and I blast out my cardio. So cardio has been ticked off for the day. I'm on a rest day today, which is great because my bones are literally aching, but rest day does mean less food. What I do on rest days are not very exciting. I do all of like the household jobs. So yeah, I'll bring you guys along as much as I can for the day, but honestly, rest days are really boring, like really, really boring. But I need to take a rest day. Also need to catch up on some bits, like some admin bits for work, things like that. So rest days are not the most interesting for me, but yeah, I'll bring you guys along. I actually have you guys balanced on top of the kettle. I'm really hoping that it doesn't fall. Anyway, so about to make meal number 1 on a rest day. So I have 3 egg whites. The egg whites, I'm gonna pop in some rocket, tomato, 3 turkey rashers. I also will add in some dried oregano, because oregano and rocket and tomato will make me feel like I'm having a pizza. That's the only way I can explain it. We have this really cute little egg cooker, which is very, very handy. And literally just pop the eggs in. It cooks it. You don't really have to watch it. So then I can go off. I can do other bits like make a coffee, because I really need a coffee. So yeah, I will show you the finished product. Sometimes this comes out and it looks absolutely banging, and then other times it comes out and it looks like dog shit. So let's hope that it comes out and it actually looks decent. But yeah, that is meal 1 on a rest day. Wow, I'm the best at YouTube. I just fell asleep for 2 hours. It's now 3:20. I'm gonna do another block of work, finish off some steps, have a coffee, and get back to real life. That is what I'm gonna do. I definitely, it was a danger nap. I didn't have an alarm set. Rob came up and woke me up 2 hours later. So here's Rob with the laptop. So I'm gonna do some meal prep and try wake up a little bit. I definitely needed that though. I definitely needed that little bit of a sleep. So yeah, but work block number 3 coming up. But once I have a coffee, I'm gonna have a coffee first, because I can't function like this. What's up guys? It is a new day. It is now, it is Monday, the 2nd of September, which brings us into 10 weeks of prep so far. I've just finished off a chunky block of work. Cardio is in, already done. I'm gonna box off some steps. So what I like to do is, and I think I explained this in my last video, is I like to get like a certain amount of things done before I go to train, so that then when I'm in training, I'm like, right, okay, I only have like XYZ then that I need to get done when I get back. So for me, like my non-negotiables in the morning, journaling. That is what I do first thing when I wake up. I read my manifestation book, I journal, I do my daily affirmations, and honestly, I know it sounds very like airy fairy spiritual, but it's definitely helping with my mindset. For me, it's not even so much like the physical side of prep, it's definitely more so like the mindset. And for me, like this year, it's really just about redemption, like me actually showing myself like what I'm actually capable of doing. Like we're always going to have self-doubt, like that's very normal, and for me, I am my own biggest critic, and I know that a lot of people, they can definitely relate with that going into a prep. So for me, it's just keeping my mindset in check. Once I can keep my mindset in check, everything else will fall into place. So it is now just going on 5 to 12. I have been on calls back to back all morning. So I've had my first meal, same as always, 3 egg whites, 3 turkey rashers. Beautiful. So I am gonna get some steps in for maybe about 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna make my pre-workout meal, go and train glutes, and then come back and chip off a little bit more work. So yeah, I am currently, what I'm about to do, I've 10,000 steps to do. I have 500 steps. So for anyone who works a sit-down job, which essentially like that's what my coach is a sit-down job at the end of the day, it is a little bit more challenging to get steps in. So it just means that I need to be like really organized and really prepared ahead of time so that I can actually get steps in. What I'm going to do is sometimes I listen to a podcast when I'm doing steps. Sometimes I'll watch YouTube. Today I'm going to read. This is the book that I'm currently going to start reading. Yeah, anything that's like twisty, turny, but that's easy to read. I don't like these really like complex kind of storylines. Especially the last few weeks, I just found that like my brain is not able. So yeah, that is the plan. So I will pick you guys up in a little bit, and yeah, we'll go from there. What's going on YouTube? So I was actually in the middle of editing this video, and I realized that I didn't actually like finish the video properly. So today is the 5th of September. I did a check-in for Kate this morning. I think that Kate actually wanted to kill me. I get up quite early in the morning. I do my check-in quite early just so I can get a head start on the day. But at the moment, because it is September, it's starting to get super dark in the morning. So sent over my check-in. Kate couldn't see shit, so I had to wait until it got a little bit brighter. Sent over visuals again. They weren't correct. Sent over visuals again. So 3 lots of visuals. I can't stress how important it is for you to get the correct lighting, because if Kate can't see me, like Kate's in Dubai, it's not a case that she's actually going to like physically see me before the show. So if I'm sending her over like half-arsed images, that's what she's basing her changes off. So yeah, so like that's the importance of basically taking your check-in photos in the same place, same lighting. I'm definitely gonna have to change the way that I'm doing the lighting. I'm gonna have to bring down my ring light, but yeah. So checked in this morning and the push is well and truly on. Kate actually asked me which I would prefer. Would I prefer a drop in food or a drop or an increase in cardio? I went for the increase in cardio because my food, we dropped it just, I think it's like over a week ago now, and yesterday I wasn't hungry at all, but today's a rest day and I'm starving today. So I just said it makes more sense, like, let's just add on to cardio. I don't mind doing cardio. I read while I'm doing cardio, and what's an, like, it increased by like 100 calories. Like, what's 100 calories? Fuck all. So cardio is at 600 calories burned daily. Steps are still at 10k. Still have no idea where my food is at, and I have no desire to know where my food is at. To be honest, it's still a decent amount, so I have no need to start like calculating things up and start getting in my own head. But yeah, honestly, I'm really happy with how this prep is going. Like, I could not be happier. I just got a voice note off of Kate there, and it made me cry a little bit, but like with happiness, because Kate sees like the amount of work that I put in. I'm not someone who's ever, like, I'm not super loud like on socials when it comes to like, oh, I'm doing XYZ, or I'm in here working. Like, this is what I've been doing with my life, like, for the past like 8-9 years. I didn't get into competing because I wanted to step on stage. I got into competing because I was already living that kind of a lifestyle. I was already eating in a certain way, like super regimented. I train in the best way that I could. So for me, like, competing is just like the icing on top, just to kind of see where I am. But overall, like, I'm really happy with the look that we're bringing. We still have a good few weeks to go, and things are moving quite smoothly in terms of metrics. So the last time that I checked in, I was 59.5, and then this morning I weighed in at 59.2, so 0.3 down, which is excellent, because my body is starting to slow down a little bit when it comes to seeing metrics moving, but the visual is changing. So I will attach a video of my check-in this morning in the good lighting. So what we're really looking to see now is from the back. For me, I come in quite lean at the front. Like, my midsection is super lean. Like, I literally have abs all the time, but it's always my waist that comes in first. So we're waiting for my back will be the last place where we see body fat come off of, along with like around my hips, my quads. Generally, that's where females hold most of their body fat anyway. So yeah, once we kind of start to see that move, then we'll know that it's game time. But yeah, like I said, like, I'm really proud of the fact that I've even been able to get myself to a place to be able to prep this year. In terms of, like, I know that I briefly touched on this earlier, but the beginning of this year, it was just filled with like a lot of self-doubt, like a lack of self-belief, which is, it can happen, you know, and it was incredibly difficult for me to pull myself out of that situation, but I did it. And I didn't think that we were gonna be in a place to be able to prep, but here we are, we're balls fucking deep in prep. And yeah, I'm really excited just to see the end look, but as well as that, it's exciting every single day when I wake up and I know that I'm challenging myself, and that is ultimately, like, that's what makes prep the way that it is. But yeah, I'm gonna close the video off here. If you guys have any suggestions of things that you want to see, I was kind of thinking as well, like, maybe you guys would be interested in like seeing me pack for my holidays, like what kind of things I'm gonna be packing. With me obviously being on prep, I need to pack like certain things to make sure that I can stay on track. I was also thinking like maybe even something like a, I don't know, like a makeup tutorial or something. Not even like a tutorial, like a little like get ready with me or something like that.